In this video, I am going to discuss about the switch statement. The first type of selection statements were all four types of if statement: the simple if, the if else, the nested if else, and the ladder if. Now the second category of selection statement is the switch statement. Let us discuss about the theoretical concept of switch statement, and then we will see the program of the switch statement. So come on, let's begin it. And one thing more, let me tell you that please watch the description of my every video, as there you may find some additional links to some additional topics or some other websites that I may have referred to you for your later use. You may refer to those links if you find any information that is relevant to you. In the description I have many important stuff. You may find the program code also available for the programs that I have discussed in my video. So come on, let's begin it. So to start with the switch selection statement, to start it with practically, first let us see how the switch statement works. This is the syntax of writing a switch statement. These are some lines of our program. Our program is executing from the top, and while executing we encountered a switch statement. Now this switch statement starts from here and it ends here. This is the whole block of switch. Then what will happen? This switch in this parenthesis will either have a integer value or a character value. If it has an integer value, then that integer value will be having some value. For example, the integer can be 1, 2, 3 or any integer, 17, 18, -1, -2, any integer can be there. So if there is one integer value, then corresponding to that value there are case labels: case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, so on, and at the end there is a default case. So what is happening? If switch in the parenthesis has an integer value, say 2, if there is 2 between this parenthesis, then what will happen? Case 2 will get matched and all the statements related with that case 2 will get executed. If the switch has in the parenthesis 3, then case 3 will be matched and all the statements related to case 3 will get executed. Similarly, depending on any integer value, that case label will get executed. What are case labels? This 1 is the case label. This is the case is the keyword and 1 is the case label. 2 is the case label and case is the keyword. So similarly, we can have character values also. Suppose if I have A, then case label should also be characters. How? Case A can be there and character should always come in single quotes. Case B can be there, case C can be there, and so on the cases can continue. If there is A, then case A will get matched and all the statements related to that case will get executed. So this is how the switch selection statement works. Now what is this break? I have written break statements. What is this break? Suppose I have A in between, then case A will get matched, the statements of the case A will get executed, and the last statement of case A is break. So what will happen when this break statement is encountered? This break statement takes us out of the switch case and take us here. That is the immediate next statement after the ending of switch case. This is the functioning of break. Whichever case get executed, the last statement should always be a break statement, and the function of that break statement is to take us out of the switch case. How and why should it take us out? Listen, when you have executed your required selected statements, now there is no need to look at other cases. So avoid looking at other cases. We write a break statement. This break statement breaks this block. This is the block of switch. The break statement will break this block and come out to the next statement that is immediately written after this closing brace. This is the functioning of break. Now what is this default? This default, listen it very carefully. Suppose we discussed about the ladder if. We have if statement, then we have else if. Like this, we have many conditions, and at the last we had else. If no condition gets satisfied, no condition in between gets satisfied, else will always get satisfied and the block of else will start executing. Similarly, if no case in between satisfies, the default case will get satisfied and it will get executed. After executing its statement, the last statement is break. This break will take us out of the switch case, that is to this statement, and the program will resume normally. Okay, and the main thing you have to note this, that it can have either only integer or character. If it has an integer, the case label should be like this, like integers. If it has a character, the case label should be characters. Float, double, long double cannot come in between, only integer and character. This is the property of switch. I hope that theoretical concept of switch statement is clear to you. Now let us see one very simple program that will help you gain a practical hand on the switch selection statement. Now see this program. Through this program I have illustrated how switch selection statement works in C programming language. The main function starts from here and it ends here. You can include the necessary header files on your own while executing this code. Then the next statement is int a. After this statement, a memory for a will be allocated. Then I have written printf enter any number between 1 to 7. So this statement is in the double quotes that will be printed directly like this on your console screen. Then scanf %d comma ampersand a. So here the user will enter the value. Suppose I have entered 4 here. Then a is having 4 now. I have entered 4. Then a is having 4. Then I have applied switch on a. Switch in the parenthesis I have written a. That means switch is applied on the variable a. The variable a in this program example I have taken the value of a as 4. So what will happen? It will apply switch on 4 and this 4 will get matched with the case 4. If I have entered a as 1, it will match with 1. If I enter a as 2, it will match with case 2. If I enter a as 3, it will match with case 3. I have entered a as 4, it is matching with case 4. So similarly, depending upon the value of a, it will match its corresponding case. Then here case 4 is matched. On the case 4, I have found these two statements. The first statement is printf Wednesday. So Wednesday will be printed as it is because it is written in printf statement. Then the next statement is break. Now what is the function of this break is, this break statement takes us out of the switch case. So this break statement will take us out of the switch case. This is the closing brace of switch case. So it will take us to the next statement after the switch case, that is the get ch. That means now the program will terminate. So what has happened? We entered some integer value, switch will applied on that integer value, and depending upon the value we will match a corresponding case. That case, only that case will be executed, and using the break statement we come out of the switch case, and if there is any other statement out of the switch case we will execute that, and if there is not we will directly go to get ch and the program will terminate. So here Wednesday is printed. Now let me tell you the use of this default case. After the case 7, I have one more case. The name of that case is default. Now, what is default? Default is just like else in your ladder if construct. In ladder if we had if, else if, else if, else if. There were conditions with all else if, and in last we had the else. When no condition was satisfied, we went to else. Similarly, in switch case, when no case is satisfied, we move to default. Suppose if I enter the value, enter any number between 1 to 7, if I enter 8, then what will happen? No case will be matched because there is no case 8. So default will be matched and it will print wrong choice. In place of Wednesday, we will get wrong choice. This is how the case statement, switch case statement works in C programming language. After wrong choice, break is encountered. Break will take us out of the switch case. The next statement out of the switch case is get ch, so program will terminate. Now, let me make some minor changes in this code and explain you one more important concept. It is a very important concept that you have to remember while implementing the switch case. Suppose here I skip writing the break. Here also I skip writing the break. Then what will happen? Suppose enter any number, I have again entered 4 only. So switch on 4 will be applied, case 4 will be matched. Now case 4 has the statement printf Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday will be printed as we know. Then after this printf statement, there is no break. When there is no break, sequentially the program will start executing printf Wednesday. Then after that line it will find printf Thursday, so Thursday will be printed. Even if the case for Thursday did not match, but it is printed. Why? Because there is no break in between. Then after printf Thursday there is no break in between, so printf Friday will also get printed. So after printf Friday, break is there. Now this break will take us out of the switch case, that is the statement after the switch case closing, that is get ch, and program will terminate. So what has happened, due to missing breaks, all the in between cases also got executed. This type of error in switch case or concept is called fall through. Fall through means when due to missing break statements, the rest of the cases also start executing that are even not matched, then it is called fall through. As only case 4 was to be executed, but due to missing breaks, case 5 and case 6 also got executed. This is a fall through. So to avoid these fall through in switch case implementation, one should have a good habit of writing break statements. Break help us to avoid fall through and saving the running time and execution time of the program. I hope all the concepts related to switch case are clear to you regarding this program. We will discuss more program also, and one more thing I want to tell you, that the switch is always applied on a variable that is either integer or a character. Like here a is integer, I can take some character value also. If I take this as char, suppose I write char a, then I have to put either single quotes, because a character should always come in single quotes. This is the property. If I have to represent an integer, I can represent like this, or I can represent it like case 1 with a single quotes, because 1 with single quotes is not an integer, it now becomes a character. Only the switch case can be applied on integers and characters. We cannot use float value here, we cannot use double value here, anything cannot be used. Only integer or a character variable should be present. If there is integer, write it normally. If there is character, write in single quotes. Okay. And one more thing, why float or double cannot be present? Because there is no valid statement like case 1.1 or 1.5. Either case 1 is there or case 2 is there. So only integers and characters can come, float cannot come. Note this point in your notebooks. So I hope you have no doubts regarding the switch statement, all the theoretical concept of switch statement, and all the programmatic example of the switch statement is also clear to you, and I hope you will practice this program very well in your PC as well, and you are going to ask me doubts as well. If you have any doubts, you can anytime ping me on the email address that is mentioned in the description of the video. And if you liked my video and my explanation, please hit the like button, please share the video with your friends, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button also. Thank you.